The air crackled, static hissed. From the void, a voice, barely audible yet undeniably present. A disembodied whisper sending shivers down your spine. These are the hallmarks of EVP recordings, capturing sounds from beyond the veil, voices of the departed reaching out from the abyss. These chilling accounts delve into the heart of such encounters, stories where the line between the living and the dead blurs, leaving you questioning the nature of reality itself. Prepare yourself, for what you are about to read may chill you to your core. Cragthorne Asylum. A desolate monument to despair, its crumbling walls whispering tales of madness and misery. Abandoned for decades, it stood shrouded in an eerie silence broken only by the creaking of rusted swing sets in the overgrown courtyard. It was here, in this desolate place, that a group of paranormal investigators gathered. Drawn by the asylum's grim history and countless tales of unexplained phenomena, they sought to document the unseen. Among them was Dr. Emily Carter, a respected parapsychologist known for her skeptical approach to the paranormal. The team spread out, setting up their equipment in the asylum's main common room. The air grew heavy, thick with the weight of unseen eyes and the stench of decay. As darkness fell, Dr. Carter began her EVP session. "Is anyone here with us?" she asked, her voice a lone beacon in the oppressive darkness. Silence. The team held their breath, listening intently for any sign, any whisper from the other side. Suddenly a voice, low and guttural, emanating from the recorder's speaker. "Get out!" the voice rasped, sending chills down their spines. Dr. Carter, her skepticism shaken, continued the session. "Who are you?" she inquired, her voice barely a tremor in the suffocating silence. The response came as a chilling whisper, barely audible beneath the static. "Suffer," it hissed, the word lingering in the air like a venomous vapor. Fear, raw and primal, gripped the team. The temperature plummeted, and the shadows seemed to writhe as if alive. Section 5. A Guttural Whisper. In the heart of the night, the air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional guttural whisper that seemed to emanate from the very walls of Cragthorne Asylum. Panic threatened to consume them, but Dr. Carter, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear, pressed on. She had always been a woman of reason, driven by the pursuit of knowledge, and tonight was no different, despite the overwhelming dread that hung in the air. "What do you want?" she questioned, her voice firm despite the tremor in her hand. Her eyes scanned the darkened room, searching for any sign of the entity that had been tormenting them. The shadows seemed to dance around her, mocking her bravery. The response, when it came, was chillingly clear. It was as if the very air around her had turned to ice, the temperature dropping several degrees in an instant. The voice was not just heard but felt, reverberating through her very bones. "Join us," the voice hissed, the malevolence in its tone undeniable. It was a command, not a request, and it sent shivers down the spines of everyone present. The voice carried with it the weight of countless lost souls, each one crying out for release. The team, their faces pale with terror, packed up their equipment, fleeing the asylum as if pursued by demons. Their footsteps echoed through the empty halls, a frantic rhythm that matched the pounding of their hearts. They had come seeking answers, but what they found was far more than they had bargained for. The experience left an indelible mark on Dr. Carter, her skepticism shattered by the undeniable proof of a malevolent presence lurking within Cragthorne's decaying walls. She had always prided herself on her rational mind, but now she was forced to confront the reality of the supernatural. The whispers of Cragthorne would haunt her dreams for years to come, a constant reminder of the night she came face to face with the unknown. Section 6. The second story, the graveyard. The old graveyard lay shrouded in a perpetual twilight, a place where time seemed to stand still, caught between the realms of the living and the dead. The gnarled branches of ancient oaks, twisted and contorted by centuries of wind and weather, cast long skeletal shadows across the moss-covered tombstones, each one a silent sentinel of the past. It was a place steeped in sorrow, where the very air seemed to vibrate with the echoes of countless mournful whispers and the weight of unspoken goodbyes. The atmosphere was thick, almost tangible, with the grief of those who had come before, their tears absorbed by the earth, their cries lost to the wind. It was here, among the silent stones, that the stories of the departed lingered, waiting to be heard by those who dared to listen. Sarah, a young woman grieving the recent loss of her grandmother, found herself drawn to this place, seeking solace and perhaps a connection to the one she had lost. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the shadows grew long, she encountered a voice from beyond the grave, a whisper that seemed to come from the very stones themselves. Armed with an old cassette recorder, a relic from her grandmother's past, she hoped to capture a message, a sign, anything that would bridge the gap between the living and the dead. She pressed the record button, her heart pounding in her chest, and waited, the silence of the graveyard pressing in around her. And then, just as she was about to give up, she heard it. A faint, almost imperceptible voice, a final farewell from her beloved grandmother. A message of love and peace that transcended the boundaries of life and death. Section 7. The Old Recorder. As dusk settled, casting an eerie pall over the graveyard, Sarah knelt before her grandmother's headstone. The cool stone felt rough against her skin as she placed the recorder beside a bouquet of wilting lilies. Taking a deep breath, she spoke into the device, her voice trembling with a mixture of grief and anticipation. "Grandma, it's me, Sarah," she whispered. "I miss you so much. Are you here? Can you hear me?" Section 8. A voice from the grave. Silence met her words, broken only by the mournful chirping of crickets and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. Disappointment settled over Sarah, heavy and suffocating. Just as she was about to abandon hope, a sound pierced the stillness. A voice, faint and ethereal, emanated from the recorder's speaker. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest, a mixture of fear and anticipation coursing through her veins. "Sarah?" the voice whispered, her grandmother's familiar tone sending shivers down her spine. Section 9. The Unsettling Message. "Don't trust them," the voice continued, its tone laced with an urgency that sent chills down Sarah's spine. "They're not who they seem." The message ended abruptly, leaving Sarah with more questions than answers. Who was her grandmother warning her about? The question lingered in the air, heavy and ominous, as Sarah made her way out of the graveyard, the unsettling message echoing in her mind. The experience left an indelible mark on her, a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left buried. Section 10. Conclusion. Unanswered Whispers. EVP recordings offer a tantalizing glimpse into the unknown, a realm where the boundaries of reality blur and the supernatural beckons. These electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, are more than just random noises. They are potential communications from entities beyond our understanding, a chilling reminder that we are not alone. These spectral voices, often captured in the dead of night, send shivers down our spines and provoke a sense of unease. They whisper secrets, tell stories, and sometimes they even plead for help. Whether these voices are echoes of the past, lingering memories of those who once walked among us, or remnants of consciousness clinging to this earthly plane, unable to move on, their presence is undeniable. They reach out from the shadows, seeking acknowledgement, perhaps even redemption. Or something altogether more sinister, entities with unknown intentions lurking in the dark corners of our world, waiting for the right moment to make their presence known. Their existence remains a chilling mystery. One thing is certain, these voices, these whispers from beyond, challenge our understanding of life and death. These haunting whispers, captured in the static, are more than just anomalies. They are a bridge to another dimension, a connection to the unknown that both fascinates and terrifies us. Serve as a stark reminder that some questions are best left unanswered, some mysteries best left unsolved. The more we delve into the unknown, the more we realize how little we truly understand. Some doors best left unopened, for behind these doors lie truths that could shatter our perception of reality and perhaps our sanity. For the line between the living and the dead is a thin and permeable veil, and sometimes the whispers from the other side seep through, reminding us of the fragile nature of our existence. The voices from the other side are closer than we think. They are always there, just beyond the veil, waiting, watching, and sometimes reaching out to make contact. In the end, these unanswered whispers serve as a haunting reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond our world, urging us to tread carefully as we explore the unknown.